Okay, good morning, students. Today we will discuss the topic called software effort estimation. Where estimation means we have to estimate something. While developing the software project, we have to estimate different efforts, whether it is the effort of a person, effort of team, or cost estimation, etc. We had to estimate different things. That is what we call software effort estimation. Okay, here estimation is the process of finding the estimate or approximation. What do you mean by estimation? It is a process of finding an estimate or approximation, which is a value. That approximation is nothing but it is a value that can be used for some purpose. That estimate value can be used for a different purpose, even if the input data may be incomplete or uncertain or unstable. Even though that value, that input data may be incomplete or it is uncertain or it is unstable, we can use it. That is called as estimation, right? Estimation is the process of finding something or estimating approximately, right? Not exactly. That is called as estimation. Estimation determines how much money, efforts, the resources, and time it will take to build a specific system or product. By using estimation, we can determine different things, like we can determine how much money it needs. It determines how much effort it requires, how many resources it requires, how much time it requires, etc. So the estimation can determine different factors it will take to build a specific system. Those estimations will take to build a specific system or a product. That is called as effort estimation. The estimation is based on the different factors like the past data or the past experience. We can estimate the values depending upon the past data and depending upon the past experience. Based on the past, we can estimate the new things, because if there are any problems in the past data or the past experience, we can overcome those problems and estimate the we can estimate the things clearly. That's why to estimate something we can based on the past estimate of the past data or past experience, right? Available documents and knowledge. That means before going to estimate something, we have to depending upon the documents and knowledge, right? Based upon the documents, we can get some knowledge. Based by using that knowledge, we can estimate the things in an efficient way, right? In the similar way, the estimation is also based on assumptions. Assumption means assume something, and it is also based on the identified risk. The estimation is also based upon the risks also, right? Based on these points, we can estimate the things, right? The four basic steps in software project estimation are: to do the software project estimation, basically there are four steps. The first one is estimate the size of the development product. That means we have to estimate the size of the product. That means size means how many number of lines of code it have, how many number of modules it have, right? It determines the size of the product or the size of the software. Next point, estimate the effort in person per month or per hours. That means we have to estimate the effort put by the person, right? That means the person put the effort in number of hours or in particular months. We have to estimate the efforts of a person hourly or monthly. And next, we can estimate the schedule in calendar months. Right? We can prepare a schedule for developing the project. So we have to estimate the schedule, the time slots, depending upon the calendar months. How many months it will take to complete the project? How many years it will take to complete the project? How much time it will take to complete the project? Like that. We have to estimate the schedule, or we have to estimate the time. And next one is estimate the project cost in agreed currency. We have to estimate the cost of the project in terms of currency, that how much amount that is required to complete this particular project. We have to estimate the cost, right? By using, these are the 4 basic steps for software project estimation, that is size, the effort done by the persons, and the time schedule, and the cost. These are the 4 basic steps for estimating of a project. Where are estimates done? That means where the estimates will take place. Right? Estimates are carried out at different stages of software project for variety of reasons. What we have discussed now, where the estimates are done, where the estimates will take in place. The estimates are carried out. That means it can take in place at different stages of software project. Right? We are not estimating the things at a particular stage. We can estimate at different stages regarding the software project for various reasons. Right? So we can carry it out at different stages due to various reasons. So what are the different stages? The first one is feasibility study. It is one stage. At the time of feasibility study, we have to estimate here, confirm that the benefits of the potential system will justify the cost. At the stage of feasibility study, we have to estimate here, confirm that the benefits of the potential system will justify the cost. That means what the benefits of the potential system is used for justifying the cost of the particular project. And next one is, the next stage is strategic planning. At this stage also we can estimate what can we estimate at this stage. Just we will discuss. Project portfolio management will involve the following things. The first one is estimating benefits and cost of new applications to allocate priorities. That means we have to estimate the benefits, right? That means we have to estimate the pros and positives and cost of the new application. We have to estimate how much cost it requires to develop a new application or the new project, right? To allocate the priorities. And next point, such estimates may also influence the scale of development, staff recruitment, right? Here in this stage, that is strategic planning, we are estimating the different benefits of the project, and we also estimate the cost of new project to allocate different priorities, right? Such estimates may also influence the scale of development, staff recruitment. These estimates can influence. That means the effect of these estimates may also lies on the staff recruitment, right? That means we have to recruit the staff, that employees, for developing the project. Some estimates will show their effect which influences on another points like development, staff recruitment, right? So, and go to the next stage, that is system application. At this stage also we can estimate something, right? Design shows how user requirements will be fulfilled. We are preparing many designs by using some UML diagrams, right? Whatever the designs that are prepared, these designs shows how user requirements will be fulfilled. Based upon the designs, we understand that how much requirements of the customer will be fulfilled. Here we are estimating the efforts needed to implement different design proposals. We have to estimate the efforts. The efforts should be needed to implement different design proposals. So we have to estimate the efforts of the person which are used to implement design proposals. For this, for making the design proposals, we have to estimate the efforts of the person. And next, estimates the design stage. Estimates at the design stage will also confirm that the feasibility study is valid. Whatever the estimations that are done at the design stage will also confirm that the feasibility study is still valid. What do you mean by feasibility study? The basic study to gather the information, that is to gather the requirements from the customer, is called as feasibility study. Whatever the estimates that are done at the design stage will also confirm that the requirements is still valid. The feasibility study is still valid at this system specification stage also. And next point, a manager could consider putting development to tender. Potential contractors would examine the system specification and produce estimates. Here the manager can examine the system specification. What are the different types of system specifications, right? And these, by using this system specification, can we produce the actual project and estimates and produce estimates, right, at this stage. And next one is project planning. As the planning and implementation of the project becomes more detailed and more estimates of smaller work components will be made. Yes, at this project planning stage also we can estimate smaller components that will be made. Whatever the smaller already we discussed work breakdown structure. That means we can break down the project into smaller components, right? We have to estimate more on the smaller work components that will be made. Whatever the small work components that is made, we have to estimate that the efforts of that particular work components. These will confirm earlier board estimates and support more detailed plan, right? These estimates will confirm board estimates and support more detailed planning. By using these board estimates are used for supporting for preparing more detailed plan, right? This is how we can estimate at different stages. And next topic, software effort estimation techniques. That means to estimate, what are the techniques we follow to estimate the software efforts, which techniques we follow, right? So there are different types of software effort estimation techniques we have. That is bottom up technique, top down technique, parametric or algorithmic models, expert opinion, analogy, Parkinson, and price to win. All these are the different types of techniques that are used for estimating the software effort. Among those, the first two, bottom up and top down techniques, we are used more, right? Now we'll discuss about bottom up technique and the top down technique now. First, bottom up estimating. Break project into smaller and smaller components. In bottom up technique, we have to break down the project into smaller and smaller components. And next point, stop when you get to what one person can do in 1 or 2 weeks. Stop when you get to a person what one person can do in 1 week or 2 weeks. That means the effort, the work that is done by one person in a week or 2 weeks, whenever you get that point, you can stop it. Estimate cost for the lowest level activities. Here in bottom up approach in technique, we have to estimate the cost of lowest level activities, because we can break down into smaller components. Okay, for developing each and every activity, you have to estimate the cost for each lowest level activities, right? In the next point, at each higher level, calculate estimate by adding estimates for lower levels. How can we calculate higher level higher levels? How can we estimate the higher levels? We can estimate the higher levels by calculating or by adding the estimates for lower levels. To estimate higher levels, what do we do? We can add all the estimates of lower levels. This way we can estimate the higher level, right? This is what we do in the bottom up technique. And next one is top down estimation, that is top down technique. Top down technique is associated with parametric or algorithmic models, right? This top down approach is associated with which model? Parametric model or algorithmic model. And there is a formula for parametric model, that is effort. We have to estimate the effort, right? How can you calculate the effort? There, by using the formula. The formula is effort equal to system size into productivity rate, right? By using this formula, we can calculate the effort. The model of forecasting the software development effort has two components, right? The first component is system size. Based upon the formula, we have to calculate the effort. How can we calculate the effort? By using two components. The first one is system size, second one is productivity rate. Okay, what do you mean by system size? The system size is a method of assessing the amount of work. System size means assessing the amount of work. How can we measure the amount of work? Coming to the software programs, we can assess the amount of work by using lines of code, LOC, called lines of code, or KLOC, that is thousands of lines of code. How many lines of codes we have in the program, that is called the amount of work or size of work, that is called as system size. And next, second component is productivity rate. What do you mean by productivity rate? It is a method, the productivity rate is a method of assessing the rate of work at which the task can do, right? It is a method of assessing or judging the rate of work, how much rate of work at which the task can be done, right? That is called as productivity rate. So let us explain this particular formula with a simple example. Here there is an example here. We can take the system size as 3 KLOC. That we already discussed that KLOC stands for K, that is thousands. LOC, lines of code, thousands of lines of code. That means 3 LOC means 3000 lines of code. what is the system size here? 3000 lines of code. The productivity rate is